So first of all, also congratulations. You are you're on your way to your EGOT.
Yes.
Now.
Yes.
So you have a Golden Globe.
I do. I just learned that's not a G. That's not the G,
not,
but we can say it
could
is.
Be. Let's just say it is.
Yeah.
So you're halfway
to.
So you need I'm
focusing on a Tony now.
Tony.
Yeah.
And then you need a Grammy.
Yes.
Well, no, we're gonna say you just need an Oscar.
I just need an Oscar. I mean I've been discussing this with my friends. There is like a route you can take that the short film is open.
Okay.
You just have to find a hot button issue.
Yeah.
It seems. So I don't know. But you have to be kind of predictive about it. Like if I had been on, if I had made a Me Too short film a couple years ago, I might have gotten in there. So I need to figure out what the next thing is.
There's got to be something if you do where you're just like that you care.
That's my issue, though.
But you kind of.
I don't.
That might be the problem.
Yeah.
I kind of
don't.
Can I just get one of these if I don't care?
Yeah.
Please.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know what the route would be to get Tony, you'd have to just do like
I'll do my
Joe
500 Sundays. Yeah. And then Grammy's easy. You just you write a book and then do the audio book. Yeah.
I guess the Grammy, you just have to do a thing like, how you get the Grammy, you do one of these audiobooks where it's like these certain people do these audiobooks where they get every famous person they can get to also be on the audiobook. It just gets all this attention that suddenly you've got, I got Jake Gyllenhaal is doing the voice on my thing.
Right.
He plays my dad on the audio, like just star-studded.
That means I should have gotten a Grammy then for my album, my 2012 album. I did an experiment where I just DM'd every celebrity who followed me on Twitter and asked them to leave me a voicemail. And so many people did it. People I didn't know, like Meghan McCain and Ricky Rubio and Fabulous. Like all these people did it. And they're like, sure. And I guess I should have just promoted it.
It is amazing because that ends up being just like, you think it's like, oh my God, Ricky Rubio did a thing. But for him, it's just like 5 minutes. He's like,
30 seconds. It was literally just like, thank you,
Yeah. So that would have been, if you would have leaned into that harder, then you could have maybe squeezed out the Grammy.
Right. It was interesting watching Meghan McCain realize in real time that I didn't like her.
Wow.
Because she did this, she was like psyched to be a part of this comedy thing. And then like a few months later, we got into some argument back and forth on Twitter. And
but it's also just like, maybe just don't do a thing blindly. That's not on you.
Yeah, no, not at all. I did trick her.
Yeah, but it's all, you didn't though, because you're just like, I never said I loved you.
Right.
Like, I agree with you on everything. Haha, no, I don't.
Also, I was a complete psychopath on Twitter at the time. Like if she had any clue what was going on, I was obviously making fun of her.
You just scroll a little bit and you'll be like, nah, I can't do this with this guy. Yeah. So, but the Oscar, that might be the short film. You're right. That's probably
my only chance. Yeah.
Although if you did some like there's always a chance you could write something.
Yeah.
You get your name on a movie where they replaced you, but then you fought to keep a credit on it.
Right.
And then when you all go up, you're the guy up there with them. And they're just like, we rewrote what you wrote.
My friend actually directed the upcoming Lilo and Stitch, and I did some like.
I'm friends with Dean also.
Oh, of course. I just
Dean Fleischer Camp. I'm friends with.
I love Dean, but
me too. I'm friends with them.
There was a weird thing though, where like I did a couple, roundtable joke sessions, and then got some sort of email that I was credited as a writer, and then I had to be like, I'm not.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think Disney wants my name anywhere near this. So
if it wins an Oscar.
Yeah.
Winner is
right.
Jack Nicholson's
right.
the thing.
Right.
Joe, get up here. Get up here, you SOB. 97-year-old Jack Nicholson.
Right. Eating a sandwich.
Doing the best animated feature. Or like early in the program.
Right.
Yeah.
They seem to like doing that, bringing people like on the brink of death to read something out of an envelope. They keep doing it year after year. It's always a disaster.
Yeah. I went with Jason Wallner. We went to Las Vegas to watch the Criss Angel charity show that he put together. And one of the special guests was Jerry Lewis. And I think, I'm almost positive, his final public appearance.
Yeah.
One of the ones where they close the curtain and then because they don't want to watch, out of trying to preserve some sense of dignity for the guy to not have to watch him take 3 minutes to come out. And he was just out there in like in a chair and you're just like, this is just mean for this guy. Like unless he still just needs it.
Right.
Like there's a picture from it right there. Yeah.
Whose arm is that?
That's Jerry. That's Criss Angel giving him a kiss.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Thought that was G-Eazy.
No, that was the show where it was Blue Man Group, Flavor Flav, Andrew Dice Clay.
Wow.
Dee Snider from Twisted Sister. It was just every like cast off like Carrot Top.
Sure.
And Robin Leach. It was like anybody that Criss Angel knew he invited to do this thing. And
it's like the Twitter DM. I wasn't on set for Hacks, but we had Wayne Newton on. And apparently it was a similar thing of just it was difficult for him to deliver.
That's a better idea of what it actually was like. Yeah, I saw Wayne Newton on the Golden Bachelorette recently, where they were like, he comes into the room and he's just like, why are we doing it? And we're like, why is this like, this is not considered, hey, it's Vegas.
Right.
And you're just like, there's other people in Vegas. This guy's 105 years old.
And they're all like Steve Aoki now. Like, that's who you want. It's all people like that.
It's just like, why they get this guy, he's doing Donkashen, like, which it's like, isn't he just like, I'm not doing Donkashen? Like what? That level of like being addicted to being seen.
Right. It's like, what are you getting out of this anymore?
Where like, well, there'll be cameras there. Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
So it'll be on television.
Right.
Yeah. Yes.
Right. And it'll be difficult for everyone involved. It's gonna be hard to watch. Yeah.
No one will know who you are. And
love that.
You're gonna sing a thing and you can't sing anymore, really. And people are gonna be just troubled by your appearance. He's like,
I'm in.
Yeah, I'm in. Yeah. There I am. Yeah. Oh my God, he looks like, I don't want to say what he looks. He looks like,
well, it's that he's the male version of that Catwoman lady. I don't know her name.
Oh yeah, Jocelyn Wildenstein. Yeah. Do you think he dyes his hair?
I don't know. I mean, I think that might be the one that he's.
I think he's just naturally pitch black. He's
gifted.
He's ancient,
blessed.
and he just for some reason doesn't have a single gray hair on his head. Yeah. So, what is it as somebody who has never won anything? I never even been nominated. Right. I've never been to them. The only award show I was ever at was the Edgar Awards, the Mystery Awards.
Oh, okay.
Which,
right.
You know,
that makes sense.
Hosted by Al Roker.
Sure.
In the ballroom around Grand Central Station.
I mean, it would be fun. I mean, this is my pitch for the Edgar Awards. Is Al Roker comes out to host, the lights turn off, lights comes up, he's dead. And then everyone's got to figure out who's going to be host now.
I always looked at that as being like, Al Roker was clearly like, I want to start hosting things.
Right.
Got to start low. Got to start low.
Training wheels.
Let me do this. I'll get this one under my belt. And then it never went any further than that. It's like, well, do the Edgars want me back next year? No, they're the Edgars. They're going.
Did you guys win the Edgars?
We did not.
Oh,
they're going with Naked Cowboy.
Naked Cowboy.
Like he's like another New York personality.
Yeah,
remember that guy?
Yeah, I do. He was in. He turned out to be like a huge MAGA guy. Like in 20s, he was like an early MAGA guy. Everyone's like, okay, sure,
weird early adapter. Yeah. That was when people are always just like, oh, people are so talentless now. It's just like People have always been talented. There's
for
always
sure.
been just like
we didn't have the ability to broadcast everything.
You just didn't see.
Yeah.
At one point, there was a guy who would go on every talk show, and his act consisted of him going, "Well, you could call me Ray, and you could call me Jay." You ever see him? Oh, all right. We need to see some of this guy. He was like, "It's a Raymond J. Johnson. You can call me Ray, or you could call me Jay, or you could call me Ray J, or you could call me, but don't call me late for supper."
Wow.
And he was on every
Tonight Show.
He was just like a famous guy.
Sure.
Like for people to be like, "Oh, the Kardashians are talentless." It's just like this guy was a star. There was the thing where people had pet rock. They would go to a store and say like, "I'll buy 2 pet rocks, please," and they would actually pay for a rock. Just because the box said pet rock.
Yeah,
like,
I remember that.
It's like a perverse way of throwing your. They might as well just have like a money shredder that you could just. Like, can I put some money in the money shredder, please? Like, wait your turn. No, so you're at the Emmys.
Yeah.
How far back are you sitting? Like, where are you in that room?
We were pretty close. Yeah. I was
what kind of wattage was around you? Who were you seeing?
Great question. I was it's kind of overwhelming. So you're seeing a lot of people are like buzzing around between commercial breaks and stuff, but I was also quite close to a number of my friends. So like Io was nearby, and like John Early, Kate Berlant were nearby. So like we were sort of just texting amongst ourselves and sort of commiserating. And I was around all the Hacks people, but there was also a feeling. I've been to a number of these things and have always lost. So this was very novel this last year to have actually won, because I was already preparing funny texts to send for losing. So I think actually when we won, I was like putting my phone away because I was like mid text.
And then you win.
Yeah.
And the walk up there, how surreal is that?
It's nightmarish. Like it is very like you're scared and it doesn't feel real, and then you're just on stage staring at such famous people, and people were psyched. So like it was very jubilant, but like I remember standing there just being like, is my fly down? How do you stand? Who am I looking like? Where am I looking? So I was full of anxiety and panic the entire time. Yeah.
And then you're just kind of, is it predetermined who's going to say things?
Yes. In fact, I mean, you always get this email from the network being like, so-and-so's going to talk. Don't do anything. You'll be in trouble. So like, I didn't even have the notion of pulling something. Like if I had been more myself in the moment, I would have tried to do something, but it was so confusing in the moment that I didn't even think of doing something funny,
like a soy bomb type.
Right. Which I don't think they would have appreciated.
No, I remember being at like watching SNL and then being on the floor, and like the band was Death Cab for Cutie and they were playing, and like I became friends with those guys, but I hadn't met them yet. I was like 30 something feet away, and all I could think of the whole time was just like, if I ran up on that stage right now, everybody in America would know who I am. Like they would know who I am.
Right.
I would get arrested.
Yes.
But I would be
a hero.
Famous.
Yeah.
Like if I went up and just like did something like, or like pushed Ben Gibbard or something. And
Soy Bomb, I remember being a child when Soy Bomb happened and just thinking like, that was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Soy Bomb, that guy was Daniel Rappaport?
Michael Rappaport.
It was Michael. Oh my God. Can you imagine? What is he doing at these live shows that he's doing?
Ooh, Michael Rappaport? I mean, he's off the deep end.
Just imagine, just like you gotta have, like, are there any front row seats left for the Michael Rappaport show? Sorry, damn it.
Yeah,
StubHub. Nobody on StubHub has, like, what is he? Is he just going up there and talking about Gaza
I think
the whole show.
I think so. It's either that or Tribe Called Quest. He directed the Tribe Called Quest documentary, and I remember when it came out trying to find anyone who was equally upset as me that he was the person
in control of the thing. I never watched the movie because he made it.
It was infuriating. Well, we should have connected. I don't think we knew each other at that point, but I couldn't find anyone everyone was just like, who cares? And it was like, no,
is he all over it?
You can feel him. Yeah.
Come on, Faith.
Yeah. And it's real, man. It's such a bummer, but I do feel vindicated now because I think if I remind anyone that he was the person who directed the story of Tribe Called Quest, they're like, that sucks.
Hey, you know who got to tell the story of one of the greatest hip hop bands ever?
Yeah. And it's like
the guy from the guy from Higher Learning, right? The neo-Nazi.
Yeah,
from...
he's always like the villain from Bamboozled. Yes. The guy, who easily played a racist in Bamboozled.